Earlier today, I made the following statement before the nation's media. 6 months ago, I resigned from the coalition government as I'd reached a stage that my conscience would not allow me to continue in silence for political expediency. It had become increasingly obvious to me that the Liberal Party, the party of Menzies, had abandoned its traditional values. My intention at the time was to contest the next election as a maverick independent in my southern Sydney seat of Hughes, and to borrow Don Chipp's old line, to keep the bastards honest. However, over those past 6 months, I've witnessed the very fabric of our society unravel, with endless authoritarian lockdowns, censorship of expert opinion, the emergence of a biomedical security state, our state borders shut, contrary to the vision of our federation, and the freedoms that were our birthright, the birthright of every Australian, being stolen with vague promises of returning them only if we submit to some coercive experimental medical treatment. I no longer recognise the country that I live in, and I fear for our nation's future if we continue on this current path. And all this is happening on my watch as a Member of Parliament. Someone must lead the fight back. I've therefore decided to accept the offer to lead the United Australia Party into the next election. We will have the resources and the firepower to take on the two major parties. The United Australia Party will be fighting to end the lockdowns and to offer an alternate approach to the current mayhem and destruction that the Labor and Liberal parties have jointly created. We'll be putting freedom over fear, liberty over lockdowns, and choice over coercion. And we will be a major force in politics. The United Australia Party will be running candidates in all 151 lower house seats across the length and breadth of the nation and in the Senate. And we will be well resourced, very, very well resourced. In the meantime, the United Australia Party will be fighting to protect our Constitution. It's shocking that the Labor, Liberal and Greens parties federally are siding with rogue authoritarian state governments by endorsing unconstitutional, misleading and pointless domestic vaccine passports. I do not want to see an Australia where Australians are ordered by the police and the military to produce their health papers just across a state border, to jump on a plane, to attend a footy match or go to a pub or cafe. Therefore, the United Australia Party will be taking action in the High Court to defend the Constitution and to bring these dictatorial state premiers into line. I'm honoured to accept this role as leader of the United Australia Party, and I call on all Australians that have had enough of these lockdowns, that have had enough of the mismanagement by both the major parties that has led our nation into such chaos and destruction, to go to the United Australia Party's website and join us in this fight to restore Australia to the great nation that it once was. Thank you.